if you haven't heard about this, on the 28th, what today is the 30th, just a couple days ago, the US government, FCC, just decided, you know what, for national security reasons, we are banning the approval of any foreign made inverter from this, like the 28th, immediately moving forward. So any new inverters that have not yet received their FCC filings or their IDs, they are not going to be able to be sold in the United States unless they get this special permission, which means they have to make sure that they are on track with actual teeth on track, so that if they get off track, they get beat back on track or out of business or whatever it is, to end up having it all fully manufactured in the United States in X amount of years. All that's in there. All of the government documents are listed. If you want to go read them yourself, I went through and I read through all of the document governments just to make sure that I wasn't just going off of somebody else's video or something like that. I want to make sure I saw it firsthand. It's pretty wild. And essentially, if you don't have your inverter made at least 65% in the United States, and that's 65% of the value of the components have to be from the United States, then it's not. Then it's considered foreign made. And on top of that, it's not like a China ban. It's any foreign company foreign company. So, I mean, that includes like Victron, right? Yeah, or any German companies or whatever. Like it's right there. Victron is Victron is even on the chopping block. Yeah, no, they're not on the chopping block. They done been chopped. So yeah, crazy.
Yeah, of course, y'all know I got something to say about that. My my thing is, if you're gonna do a ban like that, I could understand if we actually produce all the parts to make the inverters right now. Or you said, hey, we got these manufacturers getting ramped up, and in the next 6 months they're gonna have them get made. I just don't see that happening. Not with being able to make 65% of the parts, because we don't make anything here. We get it from other places. What about the raw materials? Does that count? I mean, if you get the raw material from somewhere else, ain't that part of that percentage? I mean, I just don't get that. Like, that is just very, very weird. Like, do they know something that we don't know, or they just,
So I feel like
I don't get it.
When DJI was banned, when their drones went down, or essentially is like, look, it's the exact same thing. They use the exact same venue to put them on the same list as they put DJI and these others on. And and what was going on with that, and I followed this a good bit because that was right around the time I was getting my pilot license, and I wanted to make sure I was, whatever. And it appeared like one of the US manufacturers really didn't like losing out all that market share. And so they ended up allegedly hiring this specific guy who's like, when he gets involved, I don't remember all the details, it's been years. When he gets involved, it's like, okay, it's going to happen. And so they ended up working it around to where they didn't get their approval, or they never even got the chance to argue for being safe. It just straight up banned them. So anyway, it was kind of a mess. Same
like
thing
the big
here.
thing, like the big thing Adam said, it's all about money. Our politicians own companies that knew this was coming, and they're going to make money off of this. I guarantee you. I just don't trust them. I mean, I don't trust any kind of big corporations, any governments, because they're all about themselves. They're not about the people that they're supposed to be representing. We're supposed to have a representative government. I'm sure everybody here knows that, but we're never represented, by our politicians. They just do whatever they want to do, what's best for them, their families, and whatever happens to you, hey, it just happens. You're just a peon or whatever. So I just do not like it at all. And I'm about making stuff in America and being able to make everything, but we're not there. I mean, we need to work toward that goal and give incentives for manufacturers to make stuff here, get the raw materials here, dig the stuff, get it out of the ground, all that. We have plenty of stuff here. We have plenty of raw materials that, because of all the eco stuff we're not allowed to get and use because of all the rules. And these other countries don't follow those same rules. So that's why we're buying it from them. They're
Right.
still technically polluting the earth, as that's what they're worried about. So what's the difference? The difference is we wouldn't do it as much over here compared to over there,
Hmm.
in my opinion. But
Well, in the irony of the documents that I was reading put out by the State Department, they they cited the aging power grid and a quote from ERCOT, which is the Texas utility grid, and talking about how fragile our system is due to all the rising costs of data centers and then, people, whatever it is, all the reason that the grid is failing us and how it's so important right now that we lighten our load. A couple paragraphs later, therefore, all the cheap, inexpensive, readily available inverters are now no longer, going
yeah.
to be coming on market.
and,
So
and that
at
could be
least any
another
new
factor.
ones.
They see so many people right now doing DIY solar that they're probably like, these people are becoming more independent, so they're becoming more free. We don't have a control over them like we had in the past, and basically they're going to make it where, yeah, some people can still get it, but you got to be able to afford it, and it's going to cost you more because we can't get cheaper stuff. So the price is going
Mhm.
to rise. So there's going to be less people out there on the market that are able to buy, and lower income people are always going to be impacted the most, and so they're always going to be controlled and basically slaves to the system. I mean, well, like if you can't do what you want to do and you're not free, you're a slave to somebody. And our government seems to be the ones that want to be our masters at this point. So
Right. Right. And 401k solar is absolutely correct. Yeah, it doesn't include existing. So if you already have an FCC ID on your inverter, which if you own one, you do, right? You just not, unless you're shopping on, Silk Road or whatever, you're not going to be getting one. Um, so if you already have that, if you already have an existing inverter that's sold legally in America, you're good to go. Nobody's taking it away. It's still going to work. Now, what is kind of up in the air is, okay, well, what about later on getting firmware updates and stuff like that? Are they going to, and as of right now, it's not a problem, but we could foresee them going, well, hold on, cowboy. We can't allow you to access those updates.
I would think the firmware updates would probably be less of an issue, but hardware changes. So, say a 12,000 XP version 3, that might not be allowed,
Oh,
even
no,
though the
absolutely would
version
not.
1s and
Yeah.
2s
Mhm.
already have the FCC ID. It's a hardware change that
Right.
has to go through all the testing again.
Right.
So that's the stuff that new developments from even these companies that we've used in the past, e.g. for Victron, SMA, SRNE, all these companies. That's where the problem's coming in because they're not going to allow all these new devices.
And
Right.
this is exactly right, Donald. I mean, it says unfortunately most of our grid uses electronics made in China, which of course could bring down a good portion of the U.S. Yeah, I mean, almost all of our infrastructure comes from overseas. We can't make anything. The big transformers that take
Mhm.
years to make cost millions of dollars. We can't make it.
Right.
I mean, I think there was an article came out or a panel that came out and said six of those really large transformers, if you took out strategic ones in the United States, you can take the whole grid down because our grid's
Mhm.
interconnected. And if one portion sags, other plants are going to try to, go up and try to save it. And then they're going to go offline when the hertz are not right. When it goes out of spec, bam, it's going to go out. And then another one, another. It's just a chain reaction. They're all going to go out. I mean, I don't know if
Mhm.
people
Well,
realize how fragile our grid is. It's very, very fragile.
was it the late 90s or early 2000s that we had the whole Northeast power grid
Yeah,
issue?
yeah. I think that
I
was
mean,
either. Yeah,
that affected us here in Michigan. I
yeah,
remember that.
yeah. I remember New
And
York City, no power.
mhm.
Oh man, that's wild. You wouldn't want to be in a city like that with no power because people will quickly turn on each other.
Yeah. Jim had a question. He said, "What the heck does FCC have to do with solar or something?" I can't remember. I lost his deal, but yeah, it's like Federal Communications Commission, like solar power. What is going on? Well, it's going
Electronics.
over the airwaves in
Yeah.
order to update it, and so it falls under their jurisdiction because Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and cellular all go through FCC's approval. So they can just unilaterally say, nope, ain't happening. So this
Yeah,
brings me
now-
to an interesting thought. What happens if, let's say, EG4 decides, okay, we're selling you these units, but you know what's not coming with the unit? No Wi-Fi dongle. You don't get a Wi-Fi dongle. There might be a spot for the Wi-Fi dongle, but you don't get one because that is what makes it communicate with Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Outside of that, it's just a dumb inverter without any ability. Not a dumb inverter, but it doesn't have the ability to communicate over those. So does that make it exempt from this ruling? Thanks for watching this clip from Unplugged Live. If you want to see the rest of the full hour show, check it out right here. We do it live every single Thursday night. Catch us live and be part of the conversation.